Good morning. My today's topic is HTML forms and HTML frames. Myself Shravan Kumar, Assistant Professor from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So, what is form? Form is just a HTML tag and that are used to create GUI on web pages. The purpose is often to ask the user for information. The information is then sent back to the server, where the server processes that form and give some output or some error if request is not fulfilled. So, a form is an area that contains form elements. The syntax for form is form, then its parameters, or we can say attributes. Then form elements are there. So, number of forms elements are there that include your buttons, checkbox, text field, radio button, drop down menu, as well as other kind of HTML forms that can be mixed in form elements. And also, once the form tag is started, it having pair tag, so that form will be closed. Form tag will be closed. A form usually contain a submit or reset button. When we click on submit button, the information we are going to fill that in that form will be sent to the server. And if we use submit reset button, in that case the complete information will be reset, or it can be its default initialization. So, the form parameter tells JavaScript how to send the information to the server. There are two different ways it can be sent. So, form can be used for other things such as GUI for simple programs. So, forms in JavaScript is basically a language that can be used to make web page to do something. We can use JavaScript to write complete program, but usually we use a snippet of JavaScript here and there throughout the web page. So, JavaScript code snippet can be attached to various form elements. For example, we want to check the zip code field that contains 6-digit integer before we sending that information to the server. So, HTML forms can be used without JavaScript also, and JavaScript can be used without HTML form, but they work well together. So, if I talk about the form tag, so form tag is a HTML tag that having opening and closing tag, and that tag probably used as other HTML tags, and that will be written in body tag. So, the argument, or we can say attribute for form tags are action, method and target. So, when we write HTML form tag, that will be written in HTML head part, title, HTML form, title, head, body. Starting of form tag, the first attribute we are using, that is action. This action will tell about some URL, some servlet, or a server side action code where the action will be performed. Next attribute is method. basically there are two type of methods. Either it will be get or it will be post. Either it will be get or it will be post. As I mentioned here, method either will be get or it will be post. The get method is default. So form data is sent as a URL with this symbol, and form data information appended to the end. So can be used only if data is an all ASCII, not more than 100 characters, because it is limited. We will discuss in later slide also. Second method is post. So form method is sent in body of the URL request, cannot be booked by many browser. A large amount of data can be sent. Once we want to send larger amount of data, in that case we will use method as a post. Either it will be get or it will be post. By default it is get. Next is target attribute. Next is target attribute. Target attribute basically tells where to open the page and send a result to of that request. So target can be, if we want to open a new page on a blank page, so we will use underscore blank. So it means opening of that page in a new window. If target attribute value is underscore top, which means that will be open in the same window. So as I earlier discussed, we will discuss about these two methods. Method is get as well as post. Most important question asked in exam. So get is a method where the values are visible in the URL, because whatever we are going to filling in the form, that will be appended in URL. In post, in contrary to post, the method value will not be visible in the URL. Value will remain URL value will remain same. Second important difference is get has a limitation on the length of values. Generally it takes 255 characters. In case of post, there is no limitation on the length of the value, since they are submitted via the body of the HTTP, where it will be used head to send that value. So value is limited. Get performs are better compared to the post because of simple nature of appending the value in the URL. In case of post, it has lower performance as compared to the get method, because time spent in including post value in the HTTP body. Next major difference is get method support only string data, where post method support in different kind of data, different type like numeric values, string value, binary value, any kind of value. So get result can be bookmarked, while post cannot be bookmarked. Get request is often cacheable, post request is hardly cacheable. Get parameter remain in the web browser, where the parameter are not saved in the web browser for the post. Next, we are talking about the tags which used in form tag. As I earlier discussed this thing, here we write the tags, different type of tag to make fields. So first tag is input tag. So input tag is most important tag and widely used, but not for all. So form element use input tag with the type attribute. Here the type will discuss which kind of element we are using in that particular form. So it can be text. So if we write input type equal to text, in that case a text box will be generated. If we write checkbox, a square with this symbol will be appeared. For text box, this type of text field will be appeared. Next, input type equal to radio. If we use input type equal to radio, in that case a circle with dot or without dot can be appeared. That can be for option true or false. Next is password field. If we write password, in that case this text field will be appeared with some encrypted values. Next is hidden. We want to send data to the server without knowing information to the user. In that case we use hidden. Next, these two important thing, these two important attribute of type are submit and reset. Push button will be created if we use input type equal to submit, and if we use input type equal to reset, a reset button will be appeared. That will be also push button. So next is, if we want our kind of button, means push button, in that case we can use input type equal to button. If we want to include files, we can also include file for as an attachment. So input type equal to file will be there. We can also use input type equal to image. So other common input tag argument include name, value, read only, disabled, and type. So first we talk about name. Name will give the name to the name of that element. Value, the value of the element used in different way for different type of value of types. Read only, if we make our field only read only, nothing can be changed by the user at the runtime. So we will make read only. Disabled, the user cannot do anything with that only that element. So we can use as disabled. Other argument are defined for input tag, but having meaning only for certain type of variant of type, that will be discussed with these particular values. So first we are talking about input type. The syntax for input type equal to text. Here the name of that text box, text field. Value, if we write value, here the value means an initial value will be written. So we will see output as a output. Here a text field, that thing appeared here. A text field will be appeared, a text box, complete text box. Name of this text box is text field, and the default value which will be written in text field will be with an initial value which we are going to provide here. Second, if we want multiple line text, in that case we will use text area. Text area, in daily life you write Gmail or any kind of mail, you see a area where you write your mail. That area is something will be appeared using text area tag. Text area, here name of the text area name will be text area. Here we represent rows and column for our text area. Number of number will be given in pixel. Here 24 and rows will be 2. So value which will be appeared in the text box, hello, and it will be in closing tag text area. So you will see a text area will be represented at the runtime. Here the label, a text area will be appeared with name text area. Number of column are 24 and number of rows 2. This value is going to be appeared here. That is the meaning of text area. Both text field and text area, both are different. It represents a text field, complete text box. It represents text area. Next, input type equal to password. Input type equal to password, name equal to text field 3, and value is secret. You will see at the output, you will see the result, a text field with some encrypted value will be appeared. Please note, password field and in password field as well as text will use input tag, but only tag here we use text area to represent text box with rows and columns. See the difference? Next, one more important thing, we can limit values in text field also. Here we can represent max length. Max length represent maximum number of elements can be appeared in the text box. Length, how much size of that text box will be appeared. We can control that thing also. These are two attribute more we can use with password as well as text field. Next is button. So first we are talking about submit button. If we write input type equal to submit, name equal to submit and value is submit, you will see a submit button will be appeared. If I write input type equal to reset, name equal to submit to, value equal to reset, a reset button will be appeared. Third, a plain button if we wish to appear, in that case input type equal to button, name equal to submit free, value will be push me. You will see the result here. Here button will be appeared, submit, reset as well as push me. These two button having default functionality, submit as well as reset. Reset will reset the complete form values, submit will click and action will be performed at the server once you submit the button. For push button you have to write some script to perform action on that button. So that will submit the data, that restore all the form element their initial state. Second, that will take some action either by JavaScript or VB script or some servlet also. So note that the tag is input, not button. Mind it, here the tag is input. Checkbox, a square with some tick value will be appeared. For that we use input type equal to checkbox, name equal to checkbox, value equal to checkbox. If we use checked, a default check will be appeared. Here you will see a checkbox will look like. So this will be used in form to create a checkbox. So type equal to checkbox. So name used to reference that form element from JavaScript or for other servlet element. Value to be returned when element is checked. Note, there is no text associated with the checkbox, so you have to supply text in the surrounding of HTML. Same for radio button, we use input type equal to radio. For checkbox we use input type equal to checkbox. Here what we use input type equal to radio. So name equal to radio button, value equal to my value 1. Again input type equal to radio, name equal to radio button, value equal to my value 2. We make second option as a checked. First option is male, second is female. You will see the result here. Push radio button will be appeared. First is male and second is female. You will see in the output female is checked. Female is checked because we make check as a default. First initial state female will be checked. Next, if 2 or more radio button have same name, the user can only select one of them at a time. This thing. So name will remain same if you are using more than one radio buttons. This is how we can group the radio button. If we ask the value of the name, you will get the value specified for the selected radio button. As with checkbox, radio don't contain any text. As I earlier told to you, no checkbox and radio button does not contain text. We have to provide text with that thing. Next important thing is select and option. Here select tag represent a drop down list with choices indicate by the option tag. So that include name attribute. By default, the first item in the drop down list is selected. To define pre-selected option, add the selected attribute to the option. We can change the list option visible including size X, attribute inside the select tag, X number of options visible. Use the multiple attribute to allow the user to select more than one value. If we use multiple attribute, here we should also assign different values for each value attribute of the option tag. So you will see the drop down menu or list we use with this form, this select an option button. So you will see a example here. So select, we are not using input here, we are using select here. Select name equal to select. Again in select we use option value equal to that particular value equal to red. Next red will be shown on the text as a label. Next option will be closed, option value green, and option value blue, and option close with select option close. You will see the result. You will see a list here, red, green and blue will be appeared. So additional argument, we can give size, the number of item visible in the list. So default is 1. Again multiple, if set to true, any number of item may be selected. By default it is false. Next important thing is hidden field. Input type equal to hidden, name equal to hidden field, value equal to nil. So at the here greater than, right there, do you see it? You will see a hidden field right here. You will don't see it here, but that is what good about the hidden field. Hidden field are basically very important if we want to send some data to the server, including fields or other things, without knowing information to the user. So user will not see here. So that is a way that include information that user don't see, and that will be sent to the server. So the value of hidden can be set programmatically by JavaScript before the form is submitted. So you will see the answer here. Next, if we take complete example of what we have studied earlier. So a page is created, HTML, head, title, name of the title, meta tag for that particular meta information about that page, head tag is closed. Next, body, we write first body, who are you, form name, form method is equal to post, action, what we are going to action for the server, name, input type equal to text field will appear, gender, radio, input type equal to radio, name equal to radio, value will be male, female. You will see the result. This kind of a page will be appeared, form page will be appeared. Next, we are talking about field set and legend. If you want to group some elements, we can use field set and legend. Here this thing is representing field set and that represent legends. So field set is a tag, here legend is represent this information, and we write this form tag as you will see in Gmail, we group the elements. Same here, we can group an element using field set and legends. So field set tag create box around a group of widgets, and legend tag provide label to the field set. Both tags are required. Closing tag, both tags are used for grouping. So next we are talking about navigating through a form. By default, we navigate the form in order on which element appear in the form. By using tab index attribute, we can change the default order. So access keys provide keyboard access to the form using access key attribute. Here we use tab button to access that element if we don't want to use our mouse button. So that is the complete set of page will be appeared. Here you will see max length I earlier told to you. Also one more thing I will like to ask, like to tell. So that is okay. That is complete information how a web page is created. You will see the result. A result will be appeared this way. That is the tag from field set, that all written in body, and that is complete tag. Last, we are talking about frame. There are two kind of frame. One is iframe and second is frame. Iframe is used to display web page within the web page. So we use iframe tag, opening and closing, attribute specification to adjust appearance and behavior. So attribute is src, URL of initial iframe content, name of the content required for targeting, long description, link to a long description, width, height, that can be in the pixels, or it can be percentage, or it can be form width. Align, where we want to align the iframe, top, middle, bottom, left, right, center. Next, frame border, if we wish to frame border will be there, default value is 1. If we don't wish to frame border, default value is 0. Margin width in pixels, also margin height in pixels. Scrolling, if we wish, then yes, no and auto. So you will see a normal iframe is going to appear here. We write in body iframe name equal to inline frame source, that particular source we wish to include our frame border equal to 0. Also scrolling is auto, width is 500, height is 400, maximum width is 5, margin width is 5. So frame tag is closed. You will see a frame is appeared on your web page, that is iframe. Also next, if we talk about normal frame, so in new browsers frames are not supported. So still a frame tag is used to make up initial HTML page. There is an HTML document that describes how to break up the single browser window into multiple window panes. So each window pane is filled with HTML document. So a frame set tag element is placed in HTML document before the body element. A frame set describes the amount of screen real estate given each window pane, divided screen into rows or columns. So frame set will contain frame element as one per division. Because there is no body container, so frame set cannot have background image and background color associated with them. They are without body tag. So that is the example of frame set. So first head title, you will write frame set calls. We divide either in pixels, either in percentage, or it can be value. So we divide in the columns 23%, 77%, and we given the frame src equal to value, that will be appeared in first frame, that will be appeared in second frame, and frame set is closed. So if a new document is going to be created here, so you will see the result, a frame this way, a frame will be appeared, frame set with 23% and with 77%. Thank you.